It's Saturday. It's the weekend, at least as I am coming to you now. Who knows when you're seeing this? Listen, I'm Bob Doyle, as it says probably somewhere around my face. And I'm best known as one of the featured teachers from the film and book The Secret. And I currently facilitate the Evolve Your Excellence program, which is a brain rewiring program. It's a year-long sort of group coaching thing that allows you to change the autopilot wiring in your brain that is not serving you. So it's all about identifying that. How do we want to replace it? And let's create something incredible. So this is all, of course, based on neuroplasticity, the ability for our brains to change. And we all have this ability, but not many of us use it once we reach a certain point in our life, unless we're taking on some new big goal or whatever. Otherwise, to a great degree, we're kind of on autopilot. We've kind of learned what we got to learn, and we've done what we want to do, and sometimes we're not in the habit of challenging our brain to continually change and continue to be plastic and be more flexible, because the more our brain is ready to change and more malleable it is, the more options we have and the quicker we can take on transformation and realize new things in our life. But if we've been telling ourselves the same thing for decades, have the same set of belief systems about what's possible for ourselves, it's harder, or it takes a little bit longer, obviously, to change that fundamental wiring that is going on, especially if we're not in the habit of challenging it. And I'm talking about little things like doing a crossword puzzle every day, or doing the jumble, or playing, taking on a musical instrument, or a new language, changing your daily routine. Now, some of you may do some of those things. Some of you may do none of those things. And if you're really in a habit where you never ask your brain to do anything different, then the idea of changing yourself significantly in a personal transformation endeavor is going to seem a little bit more far-fetched, because you're just not used to being able to take on intentional change or asking your brain to do something different. But that is the work we do. If you have reached a point in your life where you're going, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of, and I know there must be a way to go like that, but I feel stuck like this. I feel like this is my truth. So we need to basically show you, hey, I know it feels that way, but that's only because that's how your brain is currently wired, and so that's what it knows, this conversation to itself. But if you were to give it different information on an ongoing basis, the biology of your brain will change. That's just how it works, you see, to support the new predominant conversation. So a lot of people, though, need help with that new predominant conversation. One, because maybe they don't know, well, how do I even want to change? But two, it's like the whole idea that they can change is challenging to them. And if they've been, again, very heavily programmed, doing the same routine over and over, never asking their brain to really change too much, then this whole process might seem a little bit laborious, which means they may quit, which would be a darn shame, because there's so much potential on the other end of a successful rewiring. But, you got to take the journey and know what to do to assure that the wiring is going to take place the way you want it to, in the most efficient manner possible. And so you can learn how to do those things at these trainings that we do at least once a week, or every couple of weeks now. And the next one is tomorrow morning, Sunday, the 4th of September at 10 a.m. And it's free. All you got to do is just register here, grab your spot. But then I would ask that you do your best to be there, because it's just a much different experience. It feels more real. You're going to get way more out of it if you just show up and we can ask questions. You can ask me questions. I may have some questions for you. I have no idea. But in any case, it's an opportunity for you to kind of shine a light on some of your autopilot behavior and at least invite your brain to take on some change. It's going to feel kind of at first if you haven't done it. So we're here to talk about ways that you can start to change your brain and make it more susceptible to change. So I hope to see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And if not, then a future training.